message today. We have various speakers. I want to send a clear message to the media. I'm going to open up by talking about how upset we are that the media needs to be a little mindful that there are people who are watching. The media needs to be mindful that when they call the Governor Cuomo, the former Governor Cuomo, defiant, that defiant is not a bad situation, it's a good situation. And now we are here all defiant. Errol Lewis from New York One and consultants call him defiant. Well, if the governor is defiant, then we are also defiant. A picture of a protester who is defiant. Imagine a person who is at a protest, right? If you imagine a picture of a person who's protesting being carried out by police, but is still shouting and resisting, fighting to the bitter end. That person is defiant. Cuomo is defiant. We are defiant.
We are defiant.
We are defiant. Someone is defiant and is bold even in the face of defeat. Okay? Even though we will not be defeated. We will not be defeated. A defiant person is usually fighting a powerful enemy. Who is the enemy? Does anybody know?
My opinion is DSA, the communists.
Okay.
That's
we
my
have
opinion.
Socialist Democrats, those are the enemies.
Yes.
We have Republicans, those are the enemies.
That's true.
We have the AG report that was flawed. That's the enemy.
Release the full report, His James. Release the
full report.
The full report. Truth matters.
Okay.
Truth matters.
Now let me give you an example of defiance that goes back centuries. Rosa Parks was defiant when she refused to give up her seat on a bus because the law at that time was that only white people can sit on the bus, and Rosa Parks was defiant. We are defiant when we're dealing with those who dictated that black people had to stand when whites need a seat. Progressive Democratic Socialists and Republicans want former governor seats.
Yes.
So just like Rosa Parks wanted a seat for blacks, the Socialist Democrats and the Republicans want a seat.
Yes.
And that seat is Governor Cuomo's.
Right.
Yes.
It is possible that there are agendas for individuals in the Democratic Party that aspire to become governor, like Ron Kim wants to be lieutenant governor.
That's
Ron
right.
Kim
Say it loud,
wants to
Martha.
be. Ron Kim started all of this because he wants to run for higher office. Biaggi, who comes from Brooklyn,
Yes.
she wants to run for governor. She wants to run for higher office.
De Blasio.
Imani Williams wants to run for higher office. Bill de Blasio wants to run for higher office. Can we think of any other names? Okay? Just because you want to run for higher office does not mean that you put together a coup to oust a person that during the biggest crisis nationwide in America and in New York stood for us, protected us. Okay? Cuomo! 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 Cuomo!
I'm a proud New Yorker. My name is Lauren and I am a proud New Yorker. How soon we forget that it was just a little over a year ago the whole world watched and listened to our governor. He was not only the leader of our great state of New York, but he was the leader of this country. He gave us the facts when the White House wouldn't, and compassion when we needed it most. Holding press briefings every day for 111 days straight, working tirelessly for the people, giving guidance, and keeping New Yorkers safe. He put people's lives first. He not only kept us informed, but brought us comfort during the most terrifying days of the pandemic. I want to personally thank Governor Cuomo for getting me through those dark days and giving me comfort. Dealing with anxiety and my father's cancer diagnosis, I was really struggling. He helped keep me sane. He gave me hope and brought down my anxiety and fears. Over 40 years in public service, not one person has made any claims of harassment. Governor Cuomo genuinely loves New Yorkers and New York. He is a man of action, not talk. He gets things done. He is empathetic, caring, and approachable. He truly is a man of the people. He has built up our city in ways no governor has been able to do. Exactly. He has passed legislation that is progressive and has positively impacted millions of New Yorkers. He stands up for those in need and puts the people first. With liberty and justice for all. That is the last line of our Pledge of Allegiance. It is not gender-based. It is equal for both men and women. In this country, you are presumably innocent. But what happened to that? What happened to our rights? Do men not deserve those rights as well? Does Governor Cuomo not deserve that? Why are men not allowed to defend themselves without being criticized? In today's society, it is trial by media. But we need the facts from both sides. This investigation was completely biased and one-sided. And if we allow one-sided investigations to determine whether someone should lose their career and everything they have worked for, that is not only unjust, but harmful to all of us. We, the people, we, the voters of New York, deserve answers. We deserve the truth. Our voices have been silenced by the legislators pushing out our elected governor, elected by the people. But we will not stay silent. We will continue to speak up until we get justice.
Justice for Cuomo.
Today to show our continuous support of Governor Cuomo. These past few months have been challenging for the governor and New Yorkers. Many said he wouldn't be able to do his job, too many distractions, but he proved them wrong. He did do his job right up to his last day, a job the people elected him to do. Governor Cuomo tirelessly worked for the people. It didn't matter to him if you were black, brown, Hispanic, white, Asian, straight, gay, Democrat, Republic, from upstate, downstate. What mattered to him was the welfare of the people of the state he loves so much. The word people is a powerful word, and when the word united is added, it makes it even more powerful. We, the people here today, are united in one message. We continue to support Governor Cuomo, and we express our gratitude for his leadership. COVID dominated last year's news cycle, but we must not forget Governor Cuomo has been in office for 11 years, and in these 11 years, he has done much for the state of New York, such as civil rights and justice reform, $15 minimum wage, gun safety, marriage equality, paid family leave, tuition-free college, protecting health care, the Patrick Moynihan train hall, extension of the 2nd Avenue train tunnel, the Hurricane Maria Memorial, the Mother Cabrini statue, closure of the Indian Point, legalization of cannabis, Pier 76 outdoor park, and the $15 high-speed internet for low-income communities.
And he banned fracking.
Yes, he did. He banned the fracking. This list only names a few of his past and present accomplishments. Last year was the most difficult year we've all experienced and hope we do not experience it again. The governor and his team for 111 days straight came into our homes. He was the voice of calm, reason, but most of all, the one person who kept us and the world informed. New York, under his guidance, has returned almost to normal. He has asked us not to forget what we've learned and to continue to fight against the COVID beast. We must not forget all he has taught us and keep reminding ourselves in our moments of sadness or despair that we are New York tough, smart, united, disciplined, loving, and we will get through any difficult time together. I personally want to thank Governor Cuomo for his leadership, his vision for a better New York, and for never doubting in the goodness and the strength of the people of this state we call home. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Justice now! Justice for Cuomo! 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 Justice now!
And we pray that one day his name will be cleared. And we pray that with the credibility of individuals, and other speakers will talk about that.
Yes.
The flawed credibility of other individuals. You know, a picture speaks 1,000 words.
That's right.
And all of these women posed for pictures. They had a smile. They had their arm around him.
Yes.
They were happy.
That's
And
right.
the important point here is that some of these women have a history of accusing other individuals, other men who have suffered because of this behavior that must end. And we are here to say enough is enough, and we want Cuomo back.
Yes. We want Cuomo back. We want Cuomo back. We want Cuomo back. We want Cuomo back. We want Cuomo back.
We also want to thank Cuomo. Where's the thank yous? We also want to thank Cuomo. Okay?
Thank you,
So,
Cuomo.
I'm going to bring up my next speaker.